And all this time, I have been the only one holding it all together.
You don't belong here. You never did.
I've been trying to beat it to a man, just like OVO, DRS, you're gon' burn him. Yeah, you say you change, but what you learn from it? This lame, that lane, years of bridge to burn from.
So recently, I think I was just, existing, standing somewhere. I don't really think I was doing anything in the moment. And I started thinking about Spider-Man 2055. Parties in the sky, like it's 2055. I started thinking about Spider-Man 2099 just because I was thinking this guy was really tweaking during that film. Bro was on all fours. By the end of the film, bro's eyes are red. He looks like Omni-Man. He fully had the Mangekyo and Sharon gun by the end of the film. So in this video, I'm gonna go through every scene from the beginning to the end, just so you may can see the descent of this guy's psyche, bro. So let's start from the beginning when he pulls up on Vulture. So Spider-Gwen's getting cooked by Vulture, and I can't lie, this Vulture might be the ugliest being I've seen in existence. This man looks like Redestro from My Hero Academia. But I'll be real, he's about to take her off the map. And as he's about to come down with the claws, he gets grabbed by these webs. I just need man to listen to this pull-up. Bro zooms and bangs him down to the ground. Then when we go down to the ground with him, this man slowly gets up. We see the claws, nigga looks like Sabretooth. He stands up fully, and you man know it's a staple for all Spider-Men to be busting jokes like Dave Chappelle. From this moment is when I knew Miguel was different. There's no jokes in this man. Gwen's thinking she's Chris Rock, and Miguel's about to roast Smither. As he's talking to Gwen, you see the massive rings coming from the back of him, looks like Daenerys. And he gets spitted. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this fight because it's a bit of like him and Gwen, and we don't care about Gwen. Shout out Dr.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever.
But as they're running, he starts throwing shots at Doctor Strange and Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. Man, what the fuck? Man, I don't want to talk your bitch.
I'm guessing he doesn't mess with
Tom Holland.
because the way he's flaming
Tom Holland.
is actually ridiculous, I'll be real. Bro called him the little nerd from Earth 99999. Then he jumps off the ledge and he just starts soloing all these little bombs. Nigga low-key ore farming, look at this. He tackles Vulture, backs out with this massive arm claw, rips off the entire ring, but he manages to grow it back and he dashes Miguel into the ground. And to speed it up a bit, he ends up calling Jessie Drew. I think that's her name, Jess Drew. He jumps off a bike and he hits him with a William Afton jump scare. Comes up behind him. Vulture responds with sending up these bombs into the sky. Flies up, but Miguel still grips in him, pulls himself back up to hold him. And then as they get outside, man, this is the first case of Miguel tweaking. Vulture is just staring at the sky. And then that abruptly gets cut off by this image. Lord have mercy. This is kind of clean, I won't lie. I won't lie. This man is out hitting the Ken Carson album cover. Why does he have the Ken Carson diamond grills? And I'ma search this up right now as we're recording. Was Miguel gonna kill him? Let me search this up. Was Miguel... Oh, sorry, I smelled Miguel wrong. Miguel gonna eat Vulture. Eat Vulture is even worse. Okay, no, he wasn't gonna eat Vulture. He was just gonna... What's it say? No, he wasn't gonna eat Vulture. He was gonna paralyze him with his bite. So Miguel, when he bites people, he paralyzes them. That's a bit freaky if I do say so myself, but hey, shout out the nigga from Cobra Kai. But bro, look at this screenshot. This don't look like no paralyze, I'll be honest. The guy's grabbing him by the head. And it's so bad, even the police are like, bro, we don't know who the good guy is. You need to cut. And that's pretty much the end of the first scene, so let's go on to the next one. First of all, before we go any further, we have to understand why Miguel became a tweaker. So if we go to this man's backstory, it starts like this. We see this man watching a video of him when he used to be happy. Bro's jolly as hell in the video. Look when the video ends. I can't lie, we all have moments like this. For us young bucks, we were probably reminiscing about 2020 COVID days. We had to do wake up, goon, play Fortnite. I don't know about you older guys, you guys are probably thinking about the 90s, I don't know. But essentially what happened was a version of Miguel in an alternate universe, he got switched down, I'll be honest. And in that universe, he had a daughter. So this Miguel here decided, you know what? Imagine if I replaced a version of me that is me, but not really me, because I didn't really conceive that child. So that's not really my kid, but it is my kid at the same time. Imagine if I did that. That's a great idea. It caused the whole universe to just break down because he's not supposed to be there. He's a fake and a fraud. He's not the OG Miguel. Ever since then, bro has not been the same. That smile has not come back on his face. So now that we have some context, now we get into the real tweaking. So as Miguel has explained the canon to Miles, ends up telling Miles, listen here.
You're probably not gonna like this, but you're gonna have to hear it. Your dad is gonna get packed up. You are not saving him. He is gonna get crushed to death. He will not be coming back. No reboot van, no Dragon Ball, nothing. You can either accept that now, come peacefully, or I'm gonna lock your ass up.
And I'll be honest, any person just told me one of my parents is gonna get packed up and I have to sit there and watch it, that man must gonna catch a Shoryuken right to his chin, because what are you talking about? Miles decided he wanna do it the hard way. So he locks that man up. Shout out Akon. That man's locked up and he ain't going nowhere until Hobie. Shout out my UK brother. He helps him bust out. As Miles breaks out, I'm about to hit you man with a quick freeze frame. Look at this. Look at this man, he's on all fours. That's ridiculous, bro. And from here, it only gets worse. And so obviously, you man know, he goes crazy. This man just goes against the whole Spider-Verse by himself. If you man want to see a good one of that, look at Zephyr's video. But I just want to cool something out real quick. Let's be perfectly honest. This whole sequence here, him versus everyone, cap. I'm calling it, I swear down, I'm calling it, bro. There's no way you man have spectacular Spider-Man. The GOAT himself, spectacular Spider-Man, and you're telling me Miles Morales go away? There's no way. I don't even think you need all these Spider-Man. I think spectacular Spider-Man by himself could go down there and take out Miles with ease. He'll make it look easy. Shout out Poised. And even if you don't want to give it to Spec, because Spec might be, that's too above his pay grade. I think the only person like that might beat Spec is Goku, to be honest. That Spec can pretty much beat most people in fiction. Even that bitch ass nigga really West. So even if Spec is a bit too high for Miles Morales, you have Insomniac Spider-Man. Tell me right now, Insomniac Spider-Man isn't cooking Miles, bro. I don't know what's so different about Miles that he's being able to cook all these Spider-Man at once. But you man, Miles is running, he's doing his thing, he's getting away, I can't lie, he's low-key outpacing all of these. This man just hit us with a Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare, bro. And freeze frame, look at him.
He's Hall of Fame school bred, bro. Somebody like pay attention to him, bro. This dude is a weirdo, bro.
He starts sprinting at him, but Miles barely gets away. And then look at this. Miles gets up here, and we got all these Spider-Man. All these guys are relevant, and the rest are nobodies. Shout out Fly Reacts. But then look at bottom right. Spectacular, spectacular Spider-Man. I'll be real, I know this is supposed to be a Miguel video, but spectacular Spider-Man's low-key taken over. I'm gonna have to change the whole title and thumbnail, bro. Miguel jumps out the hatch and he leaps out the window after Miles as well. He is ducking him down. Look at this. Bro uses the rings. They start cooking. They hit a whole combo on this man. Miguel rips his reb and Just Drew drop kicks him. That's a W combo right there. But later on, as Miles is still getting away, he just cooked Just Drew. Miguel's the only one still after him. He leaps and look at the attack he tried hit. My brother, that was not a right hook, that was a right claw. He was about to rip his heart out like Killua. As Miles is trying to get away from Miguel, he boots him, but Miguel was unfazed. He said light work, no reaction. As Miguel grabs him, look at Miles' face. That is the face of a man who's petrified to face you, bro. He manages to take off Miles' wristband, and you man know what happens when that wristband comes off. You start glitching like crazy. Here you see Miguel starts busting out of the train, and he starts clawing his way up. You man cannot tell me this is a hero. So now Miles thinks he's so clean, this man starts floating down elegantly. And I can't lie, he got a good boot to the side of Miguel's chin. But Miguel ends up lifting him up with a web. He's about to RKO this man, shout out Ultimate Muscle. But then Miles manages to dash a web at him and he gets free. And as Miles lands on the car, I can't lie, low-key, he did just outpace Miguel there. Look at the form of that right hook that's about to land. Miles gets bailed out by another car. Miles tries to get out, but Miguel finds him. And you man, we've all seen the Robin knee drop. I can't lie, we have the new version. Look at this! This man was gonna impale him with them elbow spikes. Let's please bring some awareness to Miguel O'Hara being worse than Robin. And then the music fully cuts off here. See Gwen and Pete on the back like, bro, just chill. Please don't. But Miguel ain't hearing it. This man starts calling all fours. And for you, man, I want you, man, to hear this guy speak. This nigga just hit the Conquest whisper in the ear. I can't lie. In fiction, we need to stop normalizing this thing where you niggas whisper in your ear, bro. Cause I'll be honest, if I'm ever in a fight, bow, I get knocked down to the ground. I don't want you all up in my ear saying, oh, I'm lonely. If anyone ever done that, next day I'm probably gonna stab you in your neck. He's fully hitting Miles with the LTG speech. He says,
You was not supposed to be here. You are living on bullshit. You are trash. Your whole life is insignificant.
flaming this man. But then Miguel ends up realizing Miles' plan. His whole plan was to lure every single spider person to the train so he leave the spot empty. I'll be honest, I know Spectacular isn't gold. No, I'm Bro, the Spectacular glaze needs to be stopped, I can't lie. But Miles hits that man with a Kamehameha right off of him. He sent that man flying, I can't lie. This turned from Spider-Man to Dragon Ball Z real quick. But Miles ends up cutting out of there, and Miguel follows suit. This man starts diving like his fallen thread. And look at his eyes. Look at him at the beginning, look at him now. And don't get it twisted, this is just one Tomo Sharon gun. This ain't nothing crazy yet, you man will see by the end. And so now Miles manages to get away, and as you may remember, he starts setting up the device to take him home. But really, he didn't go home. He went to avenge himself, and he looked like Travis Scott. I get these goosebumps every time. And so now Miles thinks he's getting up out. This man has no concern for his own safety anymore. He fully tumbled to the ground, got back up, and freeze frame. This is a man who's ready to take out anyone on sight. He jumps up and look, he's hitting it again. Look at this man's face. He went from a random Mexican selling tacos to Count Dracula, and he is slashing and ripping up that flipping dimension hopper thingy, whatever it's called. He is not playing no games. Shout out Hardstop Lucas. And look when Peter and Gwen pull up to the scene. He manages to get his claws in and he is ripping it open with his full strength, bro. And then low-key, Miles did get saved by the plot. You can either say he got saved by the plot or he got saved by the fact that he's black. Which one do you man want to roll with? Because Spider-Bite just decided to allow him. But that man had a 2-second interaction. So it's either that she had the black radar, they gave each other the head nod, they were like, yo, I respect you. Or it's plot armor. You man decide. But Miles does end up getting out of there. And then look what I said. By the end, this man is a complete 360 of a character. Just look at this. This is how you know he's gone mental. He says, didn't catch him, Gren.
Is this serious?
All of them niggas didn't catch him. That's how you know he's lost his marbles. And look, she tried to do that little white girl method. She's like, oh my God, just stop, Kim. This man might actually John Jones her shit, I'll be honest. And he's like, take the snow bunny away before I break her neck in half. And you man see, look at his face and then look at his face at the beginning of the film. These are not the same people, bro. But hey, this is a quick question for you, man. Put in the comments, discuss. I want you man to talk amongst yourselves. What do you think Miguel's role is gonna be in the next film? So what do you think? Anti-hero? Do you think he's gonna get packed up? Do you think he's gonna body slam Miles again when he sees him? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. But I hope you man did enjoy this. Tell me, man, if you want more Spider-Man comics, anything. Just let me know what you man want. But hey, in a bit, now get off this channel before I break your neck in half.